So many times, people imagine that change, transformation, and breakthroughs are far away, locked in some distant future, as if you need to wait for years, or until the stars align, or until your circumstances become perfect. But the truth is, the shift you are waiting for, the transformation you crave, the new reality you keep dreaming about, it is so much closer than you think. It is not years away. It is not hidden behind impossible walls. It is not reserved for the chosen few. It is right in front of you, waiting for you to step into it. The reason you haven't felt it yet is not because it is far, but because your vision has been clouded by doubt, by fear, by the belief that something extraordinary has to happen before you take the leap. But what if I told you that the extraordinary is already inside you, that the distance between where you are and where you want to be is not measured in miles, but in moments of decision, moments of courage, moments of surrender to the power within. The shift is closer than you think because it doesn't rely on your external world to change first. It begins with you. It begins the moment you choose to see yourself differently, the moment you choose to stop identifying with your failures, your wounds, and your past limitations, and instead recognize that you were created with a power greater than every obstacle you face. Most people are waiting for something outside of them to give them permission to change. The job, the relationship, the recognition, the opportunity. But you don't need permission. You were already created with permission. Every breath you take is proof that you were made to live, to grow, to expand. The shift is not waiting on the world. It's waiting on you. Think about how close you really are. Every time you felt like giving up, but you chose to keep moving, that was a shift. Every time you thought you were broken, but you refused to stop believing in yourself, that was a shift. Every time you spoke kindly to yourself when your mind tried to drag you back into darkness, that was a shift. It is not about waiting for one grand, dramatic transformation. It is about recognizing that you are already walking in it, step by step, day by day, and the breakthrough you are waiting for is often just one decision, one action, one change in perspective away. The problem is that we underestimate the small. We underestimate how powerful one thought can be, how powerful one decision can be, how powerful one step can be. We think change must roar like a storm, but most shifts come like a whisper. A whisper that says, so many people sit with the longing in their hearts to shift. A whisper that says, move into a different state of reality than you believe, to finally align themselves with the life they've been dreaming about. Your future is not dictated by your past. If you pause for a moment, that whisper is always there. Truly ask yourself, the question is, why it hasn't happened yet? You'll often find that standing at the edge of your shift isn't something outside of you, maybe even years. It isn't the world holding you back. You've been circling around it. It isn't some force of destiny conspiring against you, telling yourself you're not ready. The truth is, the block is often internal. You don't deserve it. The block is the way you've been trained to think, and you do deserve it. The way you've been conditioned to believe what is possible. The only thing standing between you and what is not, and the life you were meant to live. And until you confront the story you keep telling yourself, you will keep standing at the door of your new reality. It is literally waiting for you to rewrite that story. Think about it. Every great transformation begins with an invisible line, with the belief that you cannot grow inside a person's heart. Cannot change. That line is not written on the ground. It is written in your decision. You absorb them from the people around you. I refuse to keep living culture. From your past experiences. The moment you say, slowly they wrapped around your mind like invisible chains. My steps. You began to believe the chains were part of who you are. I refuse to keep carrying the weight of other people's opinions. And that is why so many people never step into the reality begins to respond. Because they keep mistaking the chains for their identity. Paths reveal themselves. Instead of seeing that the lock was never real to start appearing. Not because the world ever felt that tug inside, but because you changed how you are meant for more. The shift is closer than you think. Because your mind is more powerful than you realize. Something extraordinary. The lens through which you see the world determines what you notice. What you focus on, random, and what you believe is possible. That whisper is a sign. It is your inner self trying to break through the noise of all the doubts and limitations that have been piled on you. But the moment you change that lens, many silence the world opens up. They silence it by saying, where you used to see walls, not now, you now see maybe doors. Someday. Where you used to see problems, by listening to the voice of fear instead of the voice of faith. Where you used to see failure, and every time you silence that whisper, that's the shift. Every time you put it off for another day world to move, you reinforce the reality you don't want perspective to move. Instead of stepping into the one you desire. Let me tell you something else. The shift does not reserve outside of you. The bravest begins inside, or the strongest. It begins with a decision. It is available to every soul decision that enough is enough. That you will no longer allow old beliefs, old you don't fears, need flawless skills, and old doubts to dictate the story of your life. You just need to take the step that is right in front of you. Because they wait for the conditions outside to be perfect. That step is your signal to life that you are ready. They wait for more money, for more support, is the key that unlocks the door to your next level. To approve of them. Don't wait for someone to confirm they are ready. Because the perfect moment doesn't exist. The conditions outside will never align until you align with announcing its arrival. The reality you see right now you dare to move is a mirror of the beliefs you hold. Even if you're trembling, if you keep waiting for the mirror to change first, unsure, you'll wait forever. Even if you feel like you don't have it all together. The only way the reflection shifts is when you shift first. Is what pulls you into the reality that is the core waiting for. That is why you haven't shifted yet. The shift you've been praying for, because you've been waiting for the reflection to move. It has already started the moment you began to desire it. Desire itself. It was never about waiting your future calling you forward. It was always about becoming. The fact that you can even wish for a new reality while clinging to the same old identity. A reality where you are free and powerful, but still hold on to the chains that it already exists for you. You can't say you want growth otherwise, but still refuse to step out of the comfort you wouldn't feel that keeps you small. The reality shift comes when you dare to drop the weight. The question is not whether the shift is possible. The delay is whether you will respond to it. What if so? And yes, it is uncomfortable. When you feel like it's too far away, yes, remind yourself, it feels scary to step into the unknown. Than you think. When you feel like you're not worthy, your enemy, the unknown is your gateway. The very fact that you're alive for lives on the other side of that leap. When you feel like you've tried and failed too many reality, are not the ones who never feel fear. Every failure was just preparing the ground for the shift and move anyway. That is about to break through. They are the ones who recognize the whisper inside that tomorrow will be more trustworthy. Stop telling yourself you'll be ready when you've achieved more. They are the ones who understand that the moment you choose differently, stop waiting, think differently, act because the shift is not in tomorrow. Your reality has no choice but to follow. It's here right now. If you are listening and you feel like you are stuck, and when you finally choose it, let me remind you, you are not stuck. Finally say, you are simply circling the same pattern. I'm stepping into because you haven't chosen to break it. You'll realize that the distance you thought was 1,000 miles was really just what is no longer serving you. So the entire universe begins to respond. The shift you've been waiting for is not out there. You couldn't see before suddenly appear. People who resonate with your new energy begin to show up within your reach. Doors you thought were locked inside your heart. The shift is closer than you think. Because the world suddenly became easier. Closing because you became aligned. The shift you've been waiting for is not tomorrow. Inside you. It is here. That is the shift waiting and it is waiting for you to step into it. But it begins with you saying, once and for all, I will no longer hold myself back. No longer will I settle for a life that doesn't ignite my soul. No longer will I let fear sit in the driver's seat. I am ready. I am willing. I am stepping forward. Even if it shakes me, even if it stretches me, even if it demands everything from me. Because I know the reality I desire is worth it. And the truth is, once you make that kind of decision, once you stand in that kind of power, nothing can stop the shift. Nothing can keep you from rising, because you've already broken free from the only thing that ever could yourself. So, today, don't wait for the right time. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for permission. Step now. Decide now. Live now. Because your new reality is not waiting somewhere far away. It is waiting within you, and it has been waiting long enough. And if you can embrace that truth with all your heart, you'll understand the only thing that has ever stood in your way is the story you kept telling yourself. And the moment you change the story, you change everything. The only real question is this: will you keep waiting for a shift that never comes? Or will you choose to unlock the shift that's been inside you all along?